Alright, so I'm going to do a review of Monster Paste. I've already shot some footage, and you're going to see it in just a second, of me actually putting together the whole 3D transfer. I've already done one transfer and stuff, and you'll see that review of how to actually put it all together. I ordered 2 of these 1 ounce Monster Paste. I ordered a kit, so it came with the mold, the squeegee, the spatula, the acetate, and the transfer paper, which I actually ordered more. And I have them in here because they came rolled up. So you know how things are hard to deal with when they're rolled up. So I stuck it in the same package. That way it'll just be easier to use. John also sent me a thing of this. It's a scabby blood mix. It looks more like scab. It actually dries and it cakes on really thick, and it looks very scabby. It's really nice. All came in this nice little box here. It's already a mess because I've been doing all kinds of stuff. The kit comes in a neat little bag that he has, and it has everything in it. Of course, you have to visit his website in order to really get how to use it. And he did say in one that you get a water bottle with it to spray on the transfer paper so take it off easy. John, I did not receive that water bottle, but with the extra blood, my know-how, and I already have water bottles, thank you for the t-shirt, the extra blood, and the extra mold that you sent me. I am going to be getting your subscription-based molds per month, your custom molds per month. So, really good deal. I actually talk about it towards the end of the video, the review and stuff. I'm very happy with this product. I've been wearing it for a little while now. This is actually the second one because I actually did it before, and then I showed how to take it off. I actually washed it off first, and then I peeled it off and everything, and you'll see that in the video review. This is a incredible product, and as I say in the video here, you can actually make your own molds if you want, but since John has some really killer awesome molds, different ones to get, it's just, it's easier to get them from him. They're $30 a piece, $29.95 plus shipping. They're really good molds. He did a great job with them. I'm actually going to be making some different molds for some different things, some custom orders that I know he doesn't have, and doing my Monster Paste thing like that. This is a really awesome, great product, and I ordered it just 3 days ago and got it in today. So thanks for the prompt service, John. You're the best, and I am so happy with this product. In fact, here in the background, you hear my dehydrator going off, and I still have a couple there that I have going on. Along with, I've already got 3 right here, 2 stitches, 1 open wound like I have here. I have another one in the freezer because that was part of what I showed in the video. So as far as a great product, it's one of a kind. It's actually cheaper to make your own than it is to go out to the Halloween places, get the 3D transfers that they sell there. Those are pretty expensive. This is unbelievable and awesome. I recommend it to everybody, even the beginners who want to learn prosthetics and stuff. I mean, this will really go a long way. And as you can see, once the whole thing is dry, I'm not getting too much transfer on my hands. It's going to be on there. It's great for haunts, and you can really do a lot of stuff with this. I mean, and it's going to last you a few days if you're doing things. A great product. Thanks, John, and here's the rest of the video. Enjoy. Okay, so to make your own Monster Paste 3D transfer, you're going to have your silicone mold, your Monster Paste, your squeegee, your tongue depressor, or whatever you want to use, spatula, your acetate, and a little bit of Vaseline. Now, to start off, you want to take a little bit of Vaseline on your finger, set that to the side, and you're going to just rub it into the mold. This is a mold release. This allows for it not to stick to the silicone, although I have used this mold 3 other times before putting any more Vaseline into it. So you just rub it around, open up your Monster Paste, take out a nice amount of it, and you're going to pack it in really good into all the crevices. You want to make sure that it fills in the whole thing. So you want to just do it a little bit haphazardly just to push it in there and make sure you get it into all the crevices. Once you have it in all the crevices, kind of smooth it over. Take a little bit more Monster Paste, not too much more, and you want to just be able to make sure that it gets a nice coverage on the whole thing. Once you have that, take your Monster Paste and scrape it back in, because you could use that for later. You don't want to waste any. You don't want to have a lot of Monster Paste on the thing. Now if you notice, there's a little black mark. That's the top side. It has a little release agent on the back side, so you want to make sure that you put that side down on the paste. So once you have it there, push it down, take your squeegee and go across. You want to make sure that you get it into all the areas, okay? You want to make sure that it gets a little bit on the outside into that little hole, because that's going to make it a lot easier for you when you go to take it off. So you have the whole thing. Now, once this is done, you want to place this in the freezer. After a couple of hours, 1 to 2 hours in the freezer, depending on how you have it set, it's going to turn a darker color like this. You want to turn it over and you want to peel up the silicone, peeling it back, rolling it back. This way you do not pull on the actual design itself. That way it doesn't leave any little bits inside the silicone mold, and you get a nice clean mold out of that. There's nothing left. You can actually reuse this mold with the Vaseline you already put into it as it's cold over and over again if you're making multiple ones that you need to put out for, you know, events and stuff like that, if you're doing a large supply. Now once you have that, you have this outside edge. You want to go ahead and you want to scrape it off. You don't want to peel it up, or else you're going to peel up the actual design, your transfer, off the acetate. You don't want to do that, so you just want to peel it straight off to the side. Just pull it. Scrape it with your finger if you have to. Now, what I do with this is, instead of putting it into a dehydrator and letting it dry out on its own right off the bat, I go ahead and I take a pair of scissors and I cut around it first. Just like so. Okay, and you can get rid of this stuff. You don't need it anymore. It's no use to you anymore. And then you're going to go ahead and either leave this to dry for a couple days, depending on the thickness. It could be a day, it could be a couple days. Just leave it out to dry, or you can put it in a dehydrator, and I'll show you that in a second. Bear with the mess a little bit. This is my dehydrator. It's one that I got from Walmart, and I had to buy some more tiers on it. So you have 6 actual trays. I have them up at the very top, and I just take it and I place it up here. Okay? Now, as you can see, I already have some that are here. You'll notice when it's dry, when you look at the back of it and you don't see any white color anymore on the back side of it. Okay? Now, I have timed this on my dehydrator here, the Presto dehydrator from Walmart. It takes about 3.5 hours for it to fully dry. So if you just leave it for 3.5 hours, you should be good. There's not going to be any bubbling on it or anything like that. But be careful, check it every hour and make sure that you're not getting any bubbling or anything like that. Okay, after about 3.5 hours, your piece comes out completely dry, front and back. Okay? And you're going to take your paper, your contact paper. It has a side which is for transfer. It's a little glossy, if you can see. Okay? And you're going to take your piece while it's up, and you want to make sure that you cut out a nice piece of it. Okay? So put that to the side. This has already been pre-cleaned, so the only thing I'm going to do to it is I'm going to stick it on. Okay? And I'm going to press it in, starting with the middle. And then I'm going to press down the sides so it all sticks on it. You want it to be just like a temporary tattoo transfer, so you want to have all the pieces on there as good as you can. Alright? Once you have that pressed in, and it's on there, you can go ahead and take your scissors again, and you can just cut around it so you can get rid of all that excess that you don't need. Just like you would any temporary tattoo that you get that's water-based. Just like so. Okay? And then you have yourself temporary tattoos, 3D transfers that you can use. I'll show you how to apply them in next. Okay, let me show you how to apply this. Now, as you saw, I put it all together. We're going to peel off the plastic part, leaving the rest behind onto the transfer. Okay, so you have that. Just like a temporary tattoo, you're going to lay it down, push it down on the skin, make sure it adheres really good. Okay? Take a wet towel or a spray bottle and wet the back of it down. Make sure you get it nice and moist. This is going to release it from the actual 3D transfer that you just created. That's simple. Then you're just going to peel it off and your transfer is there. You're going to rub down the edges, make sure they're down, blot it dry, and you have your transfer already there. Wicked, huh? Alright, so now that you have that, you got to add blood to it. So if you get his kit, it comes with a small little amount of blood here. You can buy more from him. Don't worry. Little goes a long way. You're going to take your Q-tip that came with it, and you're going to get out a nice little gob. Nice gob of it. Okay? You're going to rub it right into just the inside areas. You want to get all the little areas and stuff. You want to just smear that right in there. Get some more up. Go right in and just smear that sucker right into those crevices. Any little crevice that you find. You don't have to get it on the outside. That'll come later. So, just get it in there. Get it nice and in there. There's a lot of crevices on this one. Make sure you get them into all the crevices. Alright. So far I'm very impressed with this product. I'm going to take a semi-damp towel and I'm going to blot on top of it. It's going to spread that around. It's going to make it look nasty, gross. And if you want to do more, you can get his, it's like a blood coagulation. It thickens and it looks like coagulated blood in some areas. So you can go ahead and you can just, you know, make sure you squeeze out a little bit. You can smear it around, you know, get into some nice little deep areas. You can bring it out and make it look like it's dripping. Get into those nice deep areas that are there. You can just, nice and bloody. So just spread it around a little bit. And there you go. Nice, bloody, nasty scar. We should focus better sometimes, but there you go. Nice and nasty. This is one that I've already applied. It's the same as the mold that I put into the freezer. I used a little bit of some blood gel that comes with the kit, and I used some of this scabby blood, and it just looks incredible, and it's going to stay on there for days. So you can actually wash this off and go to sleep with it, especially if you're doing a haunt or anything like that, and you can reapply differently. Even if you're doing something like a mottled skin tone or a different skin tone and stuff, you can paint over it. So you can wash it, you can paint over it, and you can reuse it for a long time. It's going to stay like a temporary tattoo. It's not going to come off as long as you take good care of it. But when you want it to come off, it's going to come off very easily. Now, like I said, you can wash it and reuse it. Now, I'm actually going to remove this one to show you how easily it comes off, but I wanted to let you know that when I was washing this thing, I was rubbing it really hard under hot, soapy water, and it's not going anywhere. A little bit of the edges are coming up, but even with that, you can easily hide that in, you know, fake blood or makeup or whatever you want. It's not going to hurt anything. You can take a little bit of, I think, from what I heard, you can take a little bit of alcohol. Let's see if I can get some here. Having to get in my lap. And you should be able to get your edges down again with a little bit of that alcohol. And it's just going to blend those edges nicely, because this is actually the type of stuff is like what you use to put down prosthetics. So you can easily put the edges back down with a little bit of alcohol, and that's going to help you out. Now my fingers are all bloody. But yeah, as you can see, it's going to stay really good. Just that little bit of alcohol was enough to thin it out to get it to put the edges back down. Then you let it dry. You can go back on top of it with, you know, your fake blood and everything like that, and it looks realistic and everything. But if you want to remove it, just peel up an edge and you just pull it off. A little bit of it may stay behind, but you can get that off easily with just a little bit of alcohol. So you peel up all of this and it just comes right off. It's not as much of a pain as you think it is. It's probably just because I had just washed it prior, so it softened it up. But once the stuff is really dry, I mean, no problems whatsoever. Take your alcohol, take a fresh cotton ball, or if you have alcohol wipes, and then just clean up the edges around it. It'll come right off. 91% alcohol or 99% alcohol. The highest percent alcohol you can get, the better. It'll come off very easily. And there you go. Nice clean surface. Don't worry about the redness. That's from me scratching my arm to get it off. It's not going to leave any red marks on it. That's just a defect of mine. So if you feel any residue on it, go back over with a little bit of alcohol and just clean that area off. And you're done. It's clean. It's great. You can leave it on for days. This is definitely a product I'd recommend. You can make all kinds of 3D transfers. He does have a whole bunch of these already pre-made that you can buy. They're $30 a piece. He's putting together a subscription base where you can actually save yourself $150 a year. It comes out to be something like $22.50 a month, and he will send you a brand new mold that you can use for more transfers. So that's 12 different molds a year. You know, you're saving yourself $150 off the cost of having to purchase these. You can also make them yourself if you have oil-based clay and silicone. Make out your mold and then cast it in silicone. That way it's nice and flexible. It's going to last you a long time. It's not going to lose its features or details or anything like that. So you can use it over and over and over again. But yeah, I would definitely check out monsterpaste.com and go ahead and purchase your kit today, because it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. I've already gone through one of these 2 ounce. I think this is a 1 ounce. I've already gone through one of these 1 ounce containers. As you can see, it is completely empty. I utilized the whole thing. I made I think it was about 7 transfers out of that, and then I started using this one to make the other transfer. So, you know, these things will stay around for quite a while, so you can make up a whole bunch of them for Halloween if you're doing an event. I would definitely purchase this product if I were you, if you're going to do a whole bunch of special effects for Halloween. This is just one of the best products out there. I'm proud of John Place for creating this product, and I can't wait to see. He says he has a new product coming out by Christmas. Can't wait to see what that product is. I have no idea about it, so we're just going to have to see. This is a wonderful product. You're going to love it, and enjoy. Okay, so I know you're tired of hearing my voice, but I had to get it out because the thing is, a one-of-a-kind great product. As I mentioned at the end of the whole review video, there is a product that John's coming out with at the end of the year. I'm not sure what it is. I hope I get to be one of the first to try it out. Hint, hint. Thumbs up, John. Come on. Help me out here. Can't wait to see what that product is, and it's just an awesome product. Thanks for watching this whole video. Thanks for taking the time to watch this whole video. I know it was long. In the future, if I do reviews, I'll try to, you know, speed it up and make it a little bit shorter. But thanks again, guys. Catch you later.